Cheers, everybody. Let's talk about college football. I know it's summertime, everybody, but let's talk a little bit about college football. There's been some things in the news I kind of want to discuss a little bit. Me being a Big Ten guy, because, I'm Go Hawks. I'm a big Iowa Hawkeye fan. Our neighbors, though. What's going on over there? So, Pat Fitzgerald has been suspended, a head coach, without pay for, I believe, 2 games for some hazing incidents. So, there were some issues in regards to his players. There's an investigation at Northwestern, University of Northwestern, of all places, of course. One of the highly academically, recognized schools in the nation, and they have some issues in regards to hazing, student athletes. So supposedly Mr. Pat Fitzgerald, I'm not a fan of his, so I don't give a shit. I told you, as he doesn't like Iowa Hawkeyes could give a shit about him. So in a sense, I wouldn't say I chuckled, I laughed a little bit that he's getting suspended with 2-game suspension. I know I'm not supposed to feel that way. Try not to be a bad person, not wish, bad on people, but not gonna lie, smiled a little bit. So, 2-game suspension. Supposedly he didn't even know they were hazing. But as many, sports correspondents have pretty much said, he created the culture. It's one of those things where you're the head coach, you create the culture. It doesn't matter. You're the head. Even if you don't know, you do know. And when I say that, you hear, as a head coach, this is the thing, hazing happens, okay, guys? If you're new to sports, if you're new to, especially, I guess you can say, male-dominated sports, and obviously high testosterone athletes in sports, you're gonna have hazing. It happens. I don't condone it. However, it happens. It is what it is. He, in my eyes, is the king of the ship. He's the captain of the ship. So whatever happens, he's responsible for it. Doesn't matter. You create that culture. If you are totally against hazing, this is the thing. If you're the head coach, if you're totally against it, and you tell anybody, if anybody is caught hazing, you're off the team. How many people you think is going to be hazed? Probably 0. If they know they're going to lose their scholarship, everything gets pulled, they get suspended, or they lose the whole, whatever the case may be. If you give them a harsh enough punishment, they won't do it. So when you create a culture where there's no punishment or there's no consequences, if there was hazing, or if there's like minimal amount of, hey guys, don't do it, all right? But that's just the way it goes in the locker room, type of deal. If he did something like that, then he kind of deserves this shit. So I'm not going to lose any sleep that he got suspended, and he's not going to get paid for 2 games, even though he's still a millionaire. It's whatever. But like I just said, hazing happens, everybody. Especially in this, nature of the sport, not condoning it. It's just there. So if you don't want it to happen, like I just said, you have to make the punishment where it's harsh enough that it deters your student athletes, your student players, your team to even risk doing it. Because that way they know that the risk is not worth the reward. So that's my thoughts on that in regards to the hazing issue. That one just came out recently. So now let's go on to and talk a little bit about Colorado Buffaloes. I've been talking to them a little bit, and betting lines. Here we go. So, Colorado Buffaloes currently are not the favorite to win the Pac-12. We all probably know that. A lot of hype is around them, but are they going to win the Pac-12? Probably not. I believe the last odds were around like plus 10,000 to 1 or something like that. So that's not very good odds. Plus 10,001. So in other words, not a bad idea to put $100 down if you want. I'm just throwing it out there. Or if you want to put $10 down, guys, go onto your app and just, I ain't sponsored by any of them. Put $10 down on Colorado Buffaloes to win the Pac-12. Who knows, right? So what happens is, if they end up winning the Pac-12, you take 10,001 odd, 10,000 times whatever you put down. That's what you will win. Now, it's a long shot. It's beyond a long shot. I don't think they're going to win, obviously. I think they'll be competitive in the league again, but I just don't see them winning. However, I heard people are betting on like more on Colorado than any other team. I think there's like over 60% of the bets that are coming in for whatever Pac-12 team to win the Pac-12 championship. Looks like over 60% currently the money is on Colorado. That's insane. You're talking about, I think if they're not the lowest like odd team to win the Pac-12, they're pretty damn close. They got to be at least the bottom two, I would think. So that's just my thoughts on that. It's kind of funny. You know what? I think I might just go and put like $5 or $10 down. You know what? It's a beer. That's how I'm gonna look at it. I'm betting a beer, and if I win, I'm gonna win approximately 10,000 beers. That's how I'm gonna look at it, guys. So other than that, I just figured I'd throw that out. I saw that the other day. I'm like, holy shit, 10,001. Hey, let's go put $5 or $10 down, whatever the case may be. You just never know. It's a sucker's bet, guys. Don't follow me when it comes to betting, man. So other than that, man, I can't wait till football season. Coach Prime was back on the sidelines after his surgery. Looks like he's healing. He's getting better. That's a good sign for Colorado. I'm excited to see what they're going to look like. I can't. The thing is, I don't get to see the entire practice to see how the team is going to really look. So it's one of those things like you just got to wait till game day. Game day is pretty much once you can kind of see where they're at, how they're developing. I would say the first 3 games, the first 3 to 4 games, when you see the Colorado team, that's what you're going to get. And when I say that's because usually from game 1, you'll see how much they're better than last year or not. And then from game 1 to game 2, you'll see how much can they improve. So, because that's usually when they can improve. And then from that point forward, you'll see how they're going to be the rest of the year. So I'm excited to see that. Put $5 to $10 down on them to win the Pac-12. Who freaking knows? If that's the case, like I just said, I'm going to buy 10,000 more of these. Other than that, man, if you guys like this shit, subscribe.